What's my notes? So let's start off with Cyberpunk. So it looks pretty cool.
Should we go back to doing our intro properly?
No, that was a fun intro.
That wasn't a fun
We'll do
intro.
another one at the
That
end
was
of
a
it.
terrible
We'll do
intro.
another one at the end of it.
No, because then I have to remember to cut it and put it in the front.
You'll see it right at the end.
Or I could just do it right now.
Oh, I forgot to. Right, we'll do it right now. Okay, fine. God. I thought that was funny.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel's podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And that's Pepsi digging in everything else. I don't know where she's gone.
Hunting spiders.
Probably, yeah. So, today we're going to be discussing E3. It was not long back, but everything's come out now, so we kind of got a bit of information, and some of the things that they've talked about has been released as well, such as the Apex Season 2, which is a flop.
Is it? You want to kick off for that, and then what's going on with Apex? I've not played it in a long time, so...
Well, obviously Apex was the big game. It was the game to play, and everybody's just kind of died off.
Out of Battle Royale games that don't include Fortnite, that was probably one of the most popular, I would say.
It was. It grew massively, but then just died off. Nobody wants to play it. Don't know what happened to it, really. Just everybody got bored, I think.
I'll be honest, I played it and it was okay, but then I never got the urge to play it again. Probably because I died very quickly in each game. As soon as I met somebody else, I would die.
I think that's what a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of just jumping in and out of games all the time. Even Fortnite, you survive longer.
I wouldn't know, I never played it, but...
No, I haven't.
There you go.
No, we'll skip on that. So, there's actually some information you've gleaned from E3 that you want to discuss, isn't there?
I've got some.
We were
yes.
talking about Cyberpunk just off camera, weren't we?
Yeah.
I think that's the one we... Did you catch the live stream for that one?
I didn't see it, no. I didn't see any live streams, I'm going to be honest with you. I got all my news through text because I'm old as hell. I get all my news through text. As in text-based websites, just never doing a write-up of what's happening.
Oh, text-based websites.
Because I can't bother watching a video because I'm too lazy.
And you're making a video podcast.
That's true, yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
So, if you don't watch this, we understand why.
Yeah, the irony is not lost on me.
But no, yeah, Cyberpunk, I watched it. Keanu Reeves obviously came onto the stage, wowed everybody, and he's in the game, which I think is phenomenal. He's a big actor. Obviously, the John Wick kind of series has just elevated him even more. Everybody loves him for it. And yeah, he's in Cyberpunk, and it's a game I'm looking forward to playing thoroughly.
Definitely. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to come out this year, but it's actually held off until 2020. I think April time 2020. I think I'm right.
Project Scarlet. Still the next gen consoles.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
I mean, it is a pretty big game. It probably needs the engine to run it. I mean, along with that, there's Halo as well, which is obviously one of my favourites. I have thoroughly enjoyed every single Halo game. What about you?
Yeah, massive Halo fan. I'm really glad that it's coming to PC, finally. Master Chief Collection is supposed to come in there, and I think there's going to be... It might not come out on Steam immediately, but I know it'll come out with the Xbox Game Pass thing.
This new Xbox Game Pass, which is in beta at the moment. A couple of friends of ours, Sephian FM, great YouTuber if you want to check him out. He's currently testing the beta at the moment. He's giving me some feedback, as I'm interested in having a look at it, because not only does it give you access to it on the Xbox, which is what I've got, obviously do some recordings on there, but now we're mainly over at PC, but it also gives you the option to play the PC side of the things as well, so you get the best of both worlds really. And Microsoft's catalogue of games are finally getting there. I mean, it's been weak.
They showed up. Sony, funnily enough, did not show up at E3.
Well, we knew that. We knew they were.
Yeah, I guess they had a big year last year, but yeah, Microsoft actually took their time to shine, and they had a lot of stuff.
A hell of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, pretty cool.
A lot of stuff. But one of your favourites was it announced at E3, or did it come out just shortly after? Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing was already going to come out. So Crash Team Racing came out in June. I don't think there was any announcements in E3 because I think it was known about since earlier on this year. Excuse me. Earlier on this year. One of the ones that I'm looking forward to that was announced, which was shown or demoed a little bit further, was Doom Eternal.
That's the one. I knew you'd mention something. Doom Eternal. What
Doom
a great.
Eternal.
I mean, the Doom franchise. You've got to admit, it's just one of them games that you can literally pick up and play anytime.
Yeah.
It's such a nostalgia game, and Doom Eternal looks really good.
It's
and
so
it's set on
satisfying.
Earth as well.
Yeah, well, much like, okay, so I should say the original Doom game was called Doom, and then the new 2016 Doom was also called Doom. I thought they would have followed the same naming because the sequel to that was Doom 2 Hell on Earth, which I would have been perfectly fine with, but they went with Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I don't know. Hell on Earth I feel like it has a much better ring to it.
I agree, but then maybe they're kind of avoiding that, but we'll see. It looks good. It looks really good. It's pretty much the same as the first game they came out with in terms of like, you know, what to expect. The actual mechanics of the game, I was reading up on it, it's obviously had a lot of improvements, which is good. There's some niggles from the first game, so it'll be interesting.
You're a lot more
bosses as well.
Yeah, a lot more movement. So you've got grapple guns and other like things to shoot you off into the air and stuff like that. So
I mean, you were very linear on the first game.
Yeah,
you couldn't climb up things as well as you could. You were kind of set to a path, and it's a bit of a letdown. I mean, the original Doom game, yes, there was a path there, but you just wander around all over the place, didn't you? You're on a flat screen.
It's very much an arena shooter though. So the idea is you go into a room. There's not necessarily any cover point because your enemies will just swarm you, so you just got to keep moving, keep around. If you stand still, you will definitely die.
Oh, yes, 100%. So that's one we're both looking forward to. Another one that I'm looking forward to is the Star Wars. I mean, you're not a big Star Wars fan now, are you?
I don't mind the games. I just don't care for the films at all.
No, but I think having the new creators, the new producers of Star Wars, is going to be interesting. Obviously, it's another EA announced game, but was it Respawn that did it? I'm sure it's Respawn.
I should know this, and I will find the link. Give me a sec. There we go. Nope, no, it's not. I have it in here. No,
we will post links in the description below if you want to have a closer look at things.
I don't have the link. No, all they said it's a new intellectual property, a new Star Wars game. It's supposed to be story-driven, single player.
Yes, and it's out in November as well.
It's supposed to be released in November. There's a lot of big games coming out for November. So there's a lot of competition. I guess there always is around, leading up to Christmas.
Leading up to Christmas, isn't it? I mean, you've got the new Borderlands 3 coming out sometime around there as well. Final Fantasy shortly after, in May.
Yeah, you seem to care about that.
I love Final Fantasy. I'm not a big fan of the newer Final Fantasy games. I think it's too colourful. But the original Final Fantasy 7 was one of them games that I just spent my childhood playing. It's the only reason why I bought a PlayStation. The only reason. I don't regret it.
I can't be bothered sinking God knows how many. Well, over 100 hours into a game.
Yeah.
I do, to be fair, I do. There's plenty of games like Breath of the Wild, for example, where I put over 100 hours into that.
Kingdom of Hearts.
No, I never played that.
I did. Lots of hours. I mean, you're talking the Elder Scrolls, World of Warcraft. All of these games take so many hours. Your life, you're like, Jesus, I spent like thousands of hours in it.
Well, but as a more unlikely one, Faster Than Light, which is a very straightforward game on the whole of it, but I've put about 120-ish hours into that. But you can complete the game in about 45 minutes to an hour.
That's what these games are all about. No, I am thrilled that the Final Fantasy VII has gone down the Advent Children kind of animation style. It's set exactly as it should follow on now, which is great, and it's going to be great to see it. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, definitely. What about you? Anything else you were looking forward to from the E3?
What else was I looking forward to? Not necessarily looking forward to, but I'm really interested just to see what happens. You might have seen the Marvel Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah, that was interesting.
No, I wasn't a big fan of that one.
I just want to see what it's like.
Bit of a lie down that.
Really
but whoa, stop.
Alright.
Fallout 76 is getting a battle royale.
Oh, that game that everybody plays. It's
Yes.
finally getting a battle royale.
Yes,
Wow.
we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't put that game down. I never picked it up, in fairness, but yeah, I definitely can't put it down.
What a terrible idea. Let's try and revive a dead game.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure something like that recently. Anthem. Pretty sure they tried reviving that as well.
What are they trying to do with Anthem?
Yeah, that flopped as well. Anthem. The Javelins, yeah. You not see what happened with it?
No.
They released it out, and everybody were looking at it thinking, "Wow, this is the next kind of gen of games. It's phenomenal. You're walking through a street, and NPCs interacted with you as you were walking. The artwork was phenomenal. The game released, and they cut it all right back. There was no NPCs there. Half of the animations, graphics, and all that lot were all taken out of the game, and you were left with nothing.
So that was another EA
shell of a
title.
game. It was another EA title, yeah.
And I seem to think it looked very similar to Apex, which was another EA title.
Well, Apex was already established. It's Titanfall.
Yeah.
It's just the Titanless Titanfall. It's exactly why it was so popular, because everybody could play it as the pilot. Now we've had the Watch Dogs come out now, isn't it?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Well, I think it is.
No, I wrote these notes.
I know the granny's there. The granny's in it. I've seen the granny grain play.
You can play it as NPCs.
Any NPC.
The funny thing about the old lady is, she actually has old lady movement.
Yes.
You know when you see the younger people like jumping over fences and stuff like that, she's a bit more less limber.
Yeah.
Like.
But I think when you play stuff like that, not Watch Dogs, sorry. A new Ubisoft game came out. Name's right out of my head.
Assassin's Creed.
No.
Far Cry.
No.
Assassin's Creed.
No.
Watch Dogs.
No, Watch Dogs is different.
What else do they do?
Division.
Oh yeah.
When Division.
Oh, they do that still.
When Division first came out, it was a game of its style, nothing else like it. Then Division 2 came out, exactly the same game, just added extra content in it and called it a brand new game.
That's more or less what they do most of the time.
Whereas in Watch Dogs, when they brought out the third one, not only is it a new location and everything, they brought in something completely different where you can play as any NPC.
I feel like the Division's trying to build on a story that they've got in this post-apocalyptic world, whereas Watch Dogs is a bit more freeform. It's like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, they were smart enough to try and ditch the original story.
Odyssey was a great game.
The last one I played, which I really did enjoy, was Black Flag, but I realised I enjoyed it because you were a pirate. Didn't care for the
Odyssey now's come out with the story creator mode.
Yes, it is.
So that's going to be something decent, at least.
Yeah, breathing a bit more life into a game that's been out for about 8 months or so. It's not too bad. Yeah.
I mean, I should play Odyssey more. I've only ever dabbled in it shortly, and I should really bring it to the channel because it follows something that I greatly enjoy, which is the Greek mythology. It's set in that times, in Roman times, where you're like you're almost a Spartan.
Is it better than Rise?
Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah. Which I
completely different game.
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is Assassin's Creed. You're running up, you're parkouring and stuff like that. Rise Son of Rome was the first ever game to come on Xbox.
Yeah, it does very much have those remnants of what would have been a bit more awe-inspiring when the first generation, well, the next generation.
It was to show off the console.
Yeah.
It was. That's exactly what it was designed for. It was to show off the new Xbox One, and it was at the time phenomenal. However, now when you look back at it, all it is you're running and it's a cutscene and you're pressing A or B to do an action. You're blocking, then attacking, blocking, then attacking.
Quick time event.
Yeah, you're locked into combat. Whereas most games you enjoy playing, you're in and out of combat. You don't have to sit there in a little arena and do it. So it's a bit of a different game. And obviously Assassin's Creed is already well established. But I did enjoy Rise of the Rome. The other one I've really enjoyed looking at, and there hasn't been much out for it, is Death Stranding. The trailers for it look phenomenal. That's the Hideo Kojima. Who
of course did Metal Gear Solid, I want to say, before he was cast out. No, yeah, there was some, because he left.
That guy.
He parted company with Konami. And then there was a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of bad, I don't know the full story, and I'm sure people will, yeah.
I mean, the trailers look phenomenal, but how the gameplay is going to be is going to be very interesting, so we shall see.
Sorry, I'm just double checking what I say, just to try and seem a little bit more factual. He is responsible for...
Pretty sure anybody could do this, just Google.
True, yeah, but, you know, I'm doing it right now.
I'm just looking at you going, you're just wasting my life here.
Yeah, it's true. Don't worry about it. Talk about Jar Jar Martin's Elden Ring.
Oh, the Elden Ring. Well, I haven't really seen much from it, actually.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah. Okay, we're good. I found it.
We knew it was that.
Metal Gear Solid. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, there's a new RPG, Elden Ring, by George R.R. Martin, which could be really good. I mean, when you want
until the end of it.
When you
hey.
When he doesn't finish it in time,
yeah.
and someone else finishes it for him.
Gets so far when he goes,
yeah, someone else rewrites the ending. Shit. No, it could be a really good game, because when you've got something like that behind something like an big RP project, you've got. I don't know what my dog's doing.
Your dog's eating a spider, I think. Did you find a spider?
Get out.
Yeah. She found a spider.
So yeah, it could be really good, but there isn't much out on it yet. So when we find something about it, we will bring it in.
It's interesting. It does really give me the idea that it's going to be something similar to Lord of the Rings for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Probably because it's got Ring in the title.
That's Tolkien.
That is Tolkien. That's J.R.R. Tolkien. That's true.
Not George R.R. Martin.
That is a good
And
point.
Imagine
But that's
Dragons.
what the thing. It gives me that. It just for some reason gives me that.
Feel.
Yeah, feel of Lord of the Rings. Even though I've not seen anything on it yet. So.
Now, on my little notes thinking you put on FIFA, but we don't do FIFA.
FIFA is doing some
No.
sort of FIFA Street thing. That's probably the best bit about FIFA. FIFA itself is crap, but FIFA Street's fun because it's not like a football game. You're just pricking about and doing
Okay,
skills.
for those who enjoy football,
Yeah.
there is a FIFA
I've not played a
Street.
FIFA game in about 6 years.
I think I was forced to play it when I was in the army.
Yeah.
When they did the little FIFA tournaments, and I was like, yeah, okay, go on then. Oh yes, I lost. Yay! Now can I go back to bed? Yeah, there is a street-based Volta mode, small-scale urban match.
Yeah, so I think maybe 5-a-side or probably not 3v3. That seems a bit too small.
It'll be 5-a-side on it. So for those of you who enjoy FIFA, that is coming out. Excellent. Winner, chicken dinner. So one of the other topics we've discussed in private, and I mean, when we first tried to do the podcast at the beginning of this kind of planning phase that we were doing, the one thing on our radar was EA loot boxes.
I keep finding more news on it.
Yes.
It's always relevant information. There's always something going on about it.
Well, you've got a big thing about EA anyway.
I
Oh no, it's not actually.
think I've shifted the.
Yeah, I was going to say
Wait
you've kind of
until
gone off
Epic.
it. However, a good friend of mine, Rob, despises EA for their kind of underhandedness. I mean, Battlefront 2 apparently has become a brilliant game now. However, it was so cursed at the beginning through EA's actions with the loot boxes and everything like that. They ruined a very good game, and I don't think that sat well for him. I'm sure we can get him on at some stage to have a bit of a rant about EA.
Yeah.
That might be a good session.
Yeah, it'd be fun. No, I think I've shifted my hate towards Epic Games.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, Epic Games, yes. Well, so have I, because obviously for YouTubers like us, a lot of our games come through Steam, and they are now taking a lot of them Steam games onto Epic. So it's kind of a bit of a transition for us as well, which it's just a bit of a learning curve. You just don't like them.
Well, that's actually one of the talking points that I wrote down is that Epic, of course, has bought the exclusivity to Shenmue 3. Now, complete transparency with everybody now. I never played Shenmue. I was never really interested in it. We've got a mutual friend who really does like it and has actually backed it, and he's going to get a PlayStation 4, wise choice, to play the game. However, the PC version...
Did you just say a wise choice?
I'm telling you why. The PC version was going to be released on Steam, and then they decided to go to Epic instead.
No, but
Because Epic are getting
doesn't
kicked
matter.
a lot of money.
It's a PlayStation.
Yeah, well, Epic, the issue
Just
is...
I'd sell Shenmue.
I don't think you can get... Well, this is the problem. I don't think you can get your money back now.
I'd sell it to
Send
somebody
them
who
not
wants
refunded.
it. Rather than buying a PlayStation. But then I'm an Xbox fan, so
You
there
get
you
a
go.
PlayStation, then you can get yourself Spider-Man games.
No.
God of War.
No.
There's probably some other stuff on that's pretty good.
No Man's Sky, I think was on there.
Standing. No, Last... What's it called? That game that everybody raved about. Last of Us.
The Last
of Us.
Yeah, part 2's coming out soon, isn't it?
I still need to play part 1. I've not had a PlayStation ever, so I need to play part 1.
Nope. So apparently, backers are denied refunds.
That's, yeah, so the promise was kept that you can get the game on PC, but the promise was also that it was going to be a Steam release, and people are unhappy that the fact it's going to come out on a different platform.
Yeah, but claiming things like false advertising claims. Yes, okay, you've announced it being on Steam, but you've announced it basically just being on a PC platform. Moving over to Epic isn't really false claims, it's just changing. And I know people are going to disagree with me on this, but it's just I think the clutching at straws.
I still think there is good reason to not want the game now that it's coming out on the Epic Store rather than the Steam Store. I understand that, but whether there's enough recourse in there to actually get a refund or say some money back.
Well, hopefully we'll bring him on to have a discuss about Shenmue 3 in more detail.
If you explain to me why I should care about it.
And people, a lot of games have day-night cycles now.
Exactly. Exact point.
But on a brighter note, the summer sale for Steam has now started. It started about a week ago, I think it was. And I'm broke already.
What have you bought? What have you got? What did you get?
I just don't know. I just buy lots of things.
I got 3 games.
I bought 4 copies of Space Engineers.
You only need one, you know.
No, for the 3 other people.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, you went on.
I didn't want to anyway.
There you go. So.
I got Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy. It's a lot of fun. I got Into the Breach, which is again the same people who created Faster Than Light. It's like a more of a turn-based grid combat.
I think I have Into the Breach. Yes, I do have Into the Breach.
You might put, yeah. And then I've got Shovel Knight. I've been meaning to get Shovel Knight for ages because it's supposed to be really good. I like platformers, and Shovel Knight's supposed to be a cracking platformer.
Love platformers. So, leading on to our conclusion of our first ever podcast, our podcast series, we're just going to go over a couple of things that we will be bringing to this kind of podcast in future. So we're hoping to bring in some YouTubers and other gamers as well along the way. We're going to be doing kind of a YouTuber grilling session, so we're going to get some of your favourite YouTubers, hopefully, get them on. We'll have like a little video clip of them, and we'll just grill the shit out of them.
Nice.
I like the sound of that, don't you?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to make people sweat.
Exactly.
Nice.
We'll make them sweat.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is obviously we want to talk about things coming up in the channel and things that we're going to be personally doing ourselves as well. So what's your plans for the near future of gaming?
What is my plans? Based on what's coming out next. You know what? The next game coming out that I'm interested in, and I'm actually going to wait for the reviews on this one first, is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, coming out on Switch.
Okay.
Played the first one.
Of course,
I'm going to bring my Switch around sometime.
Of course it's a Switch
I'm going to bring my Switch around one time, and we're going to play it, and you're going to like it.
So at the moment there's a bit of a dispute at the moment over moving over to the Switch.
Mike is a
So let us know your opinions on the Switch.
You can get all the games you want from Xbox on your PC, and then you can get a Switch. The Xbox is a dead weight at this point.
But it's not.
It is, unless you want, I suppose,
Oversized paperweight.
No, it will be an oversized smart hub, I guess.
Smart hub. It is a smart hub.
Yeah, basically.
Which is why I think the Project Scarlet should just be a PC.
There's always talks about making a mod. I mean, you can't introduce a modular PC because that's just a PC. But Steam was talking about making a Steam box for so long, which they gave up on because there's no market for it. You get a PC, simple as that.
PC you can upgrade it anytime. It just costs you an absolute fortune.
But then Nintendo Switch gives you some cracking games as well. And it's such a fun.
It's going to run out.
Fun.
It's going to run out. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on that in the comment section. If you'd like some more information on any of the topics we've discussed as well, we will reply in the comment section. I'll let you know, or we'll drop you some links as well. The one thing for me that I'm going to be going into now is kind of what's coming into the channel. So you've had a little bit of a sneak peek of me playing around, and there will be the behind the scenes of Space Engineers. So that's going to be one of the new series that we're going to be doing. There's going to be 6 of us at the moment doing kind of a series together. We're going to be doing a survival series, and we're going to be doing a role-playing series where we're going to set ourselves some challenges as well. There's also 7 Days to Die coming as well. Alpha 18 is around the corner, which is going to be interesting. You don't really play 7 Days to Die, do you?
I know of it, but I haven't played it, no.
Good game. I think I'll do it.
Okay.
So yes, along with that, there's going to be 2 servers. Both of them are going to be accessible to Patreons as well. I'm moving into the Patreon side of things, so if you would like to have any more information on that, I will be releasing stuff soon, or just hit in the comment section below. Don't worry, I'm not one of these people who's going to charge about 50 quid to try and get on one. There's going to be one available for people just to join me and play, and one for those who want to pay a little bit, something like $1 or $2 for like reserved access or Patreon only servers, where we're going to be doing some Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, stuff like that, all kind of themes, and it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, I did try and bring the Pegasus on, and they broke my server, so I need to think about that.
Yeah, I don't have a
that thing
Patreon.
is big.
But if you want to send me money, then my account details are. No, okay. I'm going to put my account details. That's just stupid. No.
Well, anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed the first podcast. It's going to be a bit of a chill session for us to just talk to people, talk to you, talk to ourselves, talk to anybody. We don't care. People can listen to us. Also, I've got the dog as well.
Hey, dog.
Hello, dog. So if you want to say hello to the dog, say hello to the dog. Come on.
Don't eat all the spiders. You need to catch flies.
What?
She's not going to catch any flies. You need your spiders to catch your flies.
So those of you who remember, say hello, Pepsi. Oh, she's miserable. So
you're keeping her up. That's why. Must be asleep.
Yeah. No, you're keeping her up. So hopefully you're enjoying this little bit of a series. As I said, it's going to be a chance for us to kind of talk about some of the topics. E3 obviously was a little bit of a while ago, but we will be bringing some more up-to-date stuff sooner rather than later as well. Hopefully we'll be doing it on a more weekly basis. If you can be bothered to come around.
I tried to make the time, but you know, it's like deliberately avoiding it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, any comments, questions, anything like that, leave them in the comment section below. I've been Mike.
And I've been Adam, apparently. I've been Coolio McSwaggins. As I put that name into the notes to start off with, and then Mike deleted it.
Yes, I did.
I'm just going to say it anyway.
Coolio
Coolio McSwaggins. I try and think of a different one every week.